Today I'm going to talk about PlayStation 5 games that I played throughout the year. Hello, my name is Zabek here, and welcome to another video of a review. Actually, I'm going to talk about the PlayStation 5 games that I played out throughout the year of 2023. Even though I am going to talk about the one game that I played last year in 2022, which was actually in the fall and winter of it. So let's start with it. As you know, this is going to be a long video. Yeah, indeed. So I got 6 games to review. I'm gonna give them a some back thoughts about them, what was good and bad between them, and then a rating 1 through 10 of each game. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Yes. And yeah, so let's begin with our first one that we did last year, in 2022, beginning of fall, and a fall, and getting into the winter season, and that is God of War Ragnarok. So God of War Ragnarok is actually a very good game. I like the story about the Norse gods, uh, and I did like playing as 2 characters instead of one. There's the father and the son. So the bosses was really good, and the monsters were pretty good too. The music was uh, decent, and I also did like the combat system. It was very amazing to play out. Out. I think what was different between the old God of War game in 2018 was a lot different than this one. Like they wanted in the first edition, they wanted to appeal to those gods to get us introduced with them. And the second one, on now that we know about those gods, now we have to meet them actually. So we met up with Thor, Odin, Tyr, yeah, and many more. Oh, we even discover about Tyr, like how we actually met him and why he wanted to help us against Ragnarok. Ragnarok is actually the battle of those gods fighting against the giants, and that's the thing. There was no giants in the game, if we count, except if we count the the serpent at all. But these it's gods versus the giants, and I was inspired about different kind of enemies we had to fight as Kratos and Achilles, and it was really thoughtful of it. Yes, so I did like the way how it ended. Yeah. As you know, Kratos got a new weapon called the spear. It was a drop near spear, and you had to fight this certain god to save his son, actually, Atreus. And I did like the way how Atreus actually betrayed his father. Like he got really mad, and he went away. He went away from his home to go find Odin. Actually, he and it was really good. Actually, like how he realized he had to go to the certain realm to find Odin. Odin gave him a home and then gives him a task. That's inserting. They would meet Thor actually, and what was really his task was actually to create this mask. They call it a Loki mask, actually. Not sure what this mask actually does, because it does not tell us. Apparently, Atreus actually destroys it in the end. So we don't know what this mask really does. So but that was pretty cool. And then when we met uh Atreus' dream, like how he met with this other giant girl, it was actually very thoughtful. Especially the two wolves, Fenrir and Sokka. That was actually very thoughtful too. Even though and then the boss battles were pretty good too. The Valkyries, these, what else? We fight dragons. We fight. Did we fight a giant? Pretty sure we did fight a giant, and then the gods. Not all. So honestly, I say it's actually a pretty good game. And very thoughtful. Oh, I did like it all. But and let's give it a rating. Hey, there's no bad thoughts about this game. Everything else is actually really good. So the rating is actually 10 out of 10. Very wish it was actually Game of the Year. Okay, so there you go. That's my honest support about God of War Ragnarok. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the other games from this year, 2023. The first one that we did in January is actually Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This one was actually pretty good. I did like the way of playing as two characters, Ratchet and Rivet. Ratchet is actually the male Lombax, and Rivet is the female Lombax. Secondly, what happened is Dr. Inferno came back and he sealed the Dimensionator that Clank actually repaired. Clank goes um, confused that Dr. Inferno actually came back. After all, we did fight him way too many times. Nice. When this guy's gonna give up? Never, I guess so. And the thing is, what does with apart mean? Well, it means go to another dimension, and that is a altering dimension where you meet alternate people from it. So, like Doctor Nefarious is now Emperor Nefarious, yes, and he took over the dimension. Yeah, took over his dimension and destroy it. But now is why ruled by robots. So that was his job to create a whole army of robots. He actually succeeded very well. Well, but with it is actually Ratchet alteration of it. We also meet Kit Clank alteration of it, and as much as there's also a battle arena because we actually fly through different kind of planets. Yes. And you also buy different kind of weapons and sort of thing. And then you buy this one weapon that's in every game except the log called the Rhino. Whip out yourself a new one. And the Rhino is actually pretty powerful. Not powerful in this game. You know, I wish it was different. I know it's a dimension rhino, not a machine gun rhino like in fucking time or any other type of rhino or from the other games too. Uh, well, the ending was actually pretty good. Like you have to explain why the Doctor fans want to go to a dimension where the world, when in his side, like the villains, is not the heroes. Heroes. And so uh, and I did like the final battle actually. Like you have to battle against Infinite Defense in this robot suit. Then you have to fight him with Rivet, it, and Kit, and it was very good actually. I didn't even say it was awful. Oh, because the final battle had three parts. First with the robot, yeah, and defense robot. Then it was a heart, and finally himself playing as Rivet and Kit. It. The other two was from Ratchet and Clank. Apparently, Infinite Defense wanted to destroy Ratchet and Clank home, like yeah, the dimension. But he failed, and that was it. I'm not sure what else is coming out soon, but we'll see. I think the only thing that was actually bad was the weapons. Things were not they were not bad. They were actually pretty good. But yeah, that's the only thing. Hey, I did like the combat actually. Okay, so I'm gonna give a rating of 9 out of 10. Alright, next game. The Horizon Forbidden West. This one's actually pretty good. It's like the story that Aloy had to go to the west, right? West. So then you get to fight new machines. Sometimes you get to meet the old machines. And that sort of thing. So these machines actually are corrupted by the plants. And you drop, and this whatever his name was, actually told her to go to the west, Within West. She meet a new area, which actually is, I think the west, like Nevada. It was Vegas and yeah, Las Vegas, and then California. But like the southern part of California, I believe so, because the DLC is in the middle part of California, Hollywood. Yeah. And it was really good. It's awful. Oh, seeing different kind of kingdoms, towns, and that sort of thing, fighting against machines once again, and I did like it. It, I gotta say, the weapons was actually modified. I did like the way you had to choose a certain weapon, like a certain bow, indeed so, and also you get to use different kind of spears. Instead of just one spear, you get multiple spears now. So yeah, uh, I do like the skill tree of it, the way how you have to use different kind of abilities to spend. Because there was combat support, which is your health and making potions, and then the crafting system, like machines. They also have other ones too, which is actually the weaponing of your bow and arrows, and then other weapons too, like steel, crossbows, and many more. Oh. So yeah, there was like a variety of weaponing for this game. So honestly, there's nothing much I would say is bad. It's I would say the combat system was bad. Like I really want to. get the feeling of fighting. I didn't get that much. Even though I was trying to get used to it. Yeah, because in I don't know you're watching through the series, I was dying a lot. I'm not getting used to the controls of combat, and that I could have just dodged at the right moment. So I think, especially when I'm fighting these bosses and these machines too. So yeah, honestly, I gotta say it's actually pretty good. So 9 out of 10 for Horizon Forbidden West. Next game, well spoken. We got a lot of things to talk about this one. First up, the story. Hey, it was something in detail. I'm not sure what they were actually going through with this game. Hey, as you know, this game got flipped back 3 times. Nice, just because of COVID. Okay. Anyway, hey, okay. The characters was was good. The graphics was good. The story was decent. The world, the open world was good enough. Good enough. Enough. The combat. What did they do to it? It like seriously. I didn't understand it so much as I think. Okay, so this is a problem with this game. When I got further into the game, like when we had to, uh, we saw in New York, then we saw it in in this realm, dimensional realm. Then we go back to New York and back to this dimensional realm at the end. Yeah. And then the fact there were 4 bosses we had to battle. Four, um, four actually. Actually, now the woman we do play as in the game, she gains the element of first is earth. Okay, that's fine. The second one is fire. Okay. Well, fire was actually not my best. Yes. And then water, it was good. It was good actually. Wind was actually the weakness. The weakest element that she ever learned. I don't know what they did with that kind of element. That was very weak. Earth was actually really good. The, the boss battles was they were good enough, not terrible. But I would like more about these bosses. Yes, because we had about a lot of them. So yeah, and the combat system was really bad. Even though you have to, and also the spells and abilities. So you have to buy these spells and abilities by collecting um, souls. I think it was, or spirits, whatever it was. Because you have to collect them and then unlock these spells and abilities to use them in battle. Oh, I know why they did that to us. Even though we had to upgrade these spells and abilities by doing various tasks, and there's a lot of them, especially by four by the 4 elements. I'm gonna say is I'm pretty mad what they did with this one. So 3 out of 10 for this game. Terrible. Okay, moving on to the next one. Harvest Legacy. Okay, this one was really good actually. I like this the experience of being a wizard and being a student in Harvard and Harvard's actually. It was really thoughtful all in detail. So as you know, the team is called Team Ravens, and the character we played was actually in Slytherin, and it was actually a girl based on my character. So you when you start the game, you actually create your own character. You put it as a witch or wizard. So I chose a witch actually, and she was set into the four houses: Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. Well, she was set into Slytherin actually. So I didn't put her as an evil witch. Actually, I make her to like a witch. Like maybe like an anti-villain witch, or maybe like an anti-hero witch, because it was based on wizards and goblins. And that was the story it was actually sent to. Too. So it was really thoughtful that they did this for us. I also did like the spells, different kinds of spells that they used from the movies, yeah, from the Harry Potter movies. That was very good actually, especially the three forbidden curses spells. That was really good too. So I gotta say, give it a fair thoughtful. Combat system was actually really good too. And I really honest thought about it. So the the classes were decent actually, because each class you learn a new spell actually. So that's actually honest view to me actually, that you have to do a certain task to unlock this certain spell. Oh, good job. Okay, especially when you have to do combat, potion making, and and learning about these spells throughout the game. So yeah, and the trials was actually really good too. Like you had to collect certain artifacts, or they were keys. Whether they were actually really good the trials in these. So even though we have to go through four trials to know uh where was this big artifact underground, our books actually. So yeah, and also the final boss was actually really decent. And the only thing was actually bad was the level grinding of this game. So a lot of quests require different kind of levels you have to attend, and that means you have to do side quests. Yes, and there were a lot of them actually. Okay? And an amount of side quests you have to complete, you get XP that level you up, and then you could do the main storyline of the quests. So the only thing that is negative is just the level grinding. And so yeah, I would say 8 out of 10 for this one actually. A I don't think it's over 9 actually, but I would say 8, just because of the level grinding. It's good because you have to get to level 35 to unlock the final mission actually, and you may complete all the other quests actually, except the side quests. But they don't really give you that much XP. So you also have to do the other sides too, because the way is is to actually get 75% of the OWL journal in these cells. So yeah, 8 out of 10, and just because I love grinding for this game. All right, last one. No. Assassin's Creed Majaba. Okay, so it's actually very good indeed. So, oh, I wouldn't say it was terrible because you have to go. Okay, so you play as a character called Bazum, and this was the time period before Assassins. So it was called the Hidden Ones before. Oh. and then what so you join in. Yeah. And then you go to this world, this big town, open world area called uh, Bad Dad. Not sure what that is actually. Let me tell you what that is. Hold on. Okay, so Baghdad is actually an island, right? IRAQ. Q. I think it's like located like south of Europe. Yeah, it's actually south of Europe. It's like the center of Europe, but you know what I mean. So this was a Tigris Valley, the center of Kuru, smallest government settlement or surface area. The capital of Iran is Baghdad. It's located in the Baghdad government. Okay, so this is actually different indeed. Oh, and the fact this is actually, um, I would say, the second era before Origins. This is actually in another area, not in Egypt. Yeah. So yeah, I actually did like the game a lot, especially when we had to discover the world of Baghdad in so. And playing as an assassin named Basim. So mission was pretty good. The stealth theme was actually pretty decent because I did like the way you had to go stealth or you can go into combat. You also had to do various missions and so and your job is to take down the Temple Order actually. That what they were called before the Templars. So yeah, and taking on these order members was quite difficult, indeed so, because each area was guarded, especially the Winter Palace. That was heavily guarded. It, uh, right after we slay the king, and then before it was not heavy guarded, but after we slay the king, it was heavy guarded, and that was guarded by the head of the order after all. But and then the fact, will Shen actually betray us? She want us to not know what was beneath the assassin um, temple, like their home area, what was called a tomb, and you just had to understand it. So that was she was trying to stop us from, Assam, indeed so. So yeah, I did like the skill tree actually, especially we have to go stealthy, fighting, or just crafting. And that was actually really good. Especially the missions actually really reasonable too. And the other fact we did meet a old ally called Navala. From Assassin's Creed 1. So that was actually really good in do so. And yeah, honest review for this I gotta say is 9 out of 10. People are saying it is 9 out of 10 actually. Very good in do so. Because of the parkour, the combat system is actually a lot better than the previous Assassin's Creed games. And the story is reasonable, so you can actually understand why you're actually playing this game. And so yeah, honestly, this 9 out of 10, and for a good game of Assassin's Creed. Good job, Ubisoft. Alright, that's actually all that I'm indeed so. Um, so what am I actually going to tell you about the next games for next year? Well, I'll tell you soon. Yeah, in the next video. That's right. So in our end of year video, I would tell you what are the next games that we're playing for PlayStation 5. Alright, I got a big one actually. And there's gonna be a lot of them to cover. But I think you have a lot of fun watching it, Indy. So while I'm playing them all. So yeah, there you go. I'll tell you soon about those. Anyway, I think that's actually enough about this video, Indy. So I'm gonna wrap up, and I hope you did enjoy it. So there you go. So God of War Ragnarok, 10 out of 10. Then Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, 9 out of 10. Then Forspoken, 3 out of 10. Don't even buy that game. Hogwarts Legacy, 8 out of 10. Go ahead and buy it. I don't mind. Yeah. What else we doing is we got what Ragnarok 10 out of 10. Ratchet Clank 9 out of 10. The Rising Forbidden West 9 out of 10. For Spoken 3 out of 10. Hogwarts Legacy 8 out of 10. And Assassin's Creed Majora 9 out of 10. So I would leave out Forspoken, do not buy. That's the only game you should not get. Alright, I'm gonna sign off and say thank you so much for watching. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Join T Ravens. Do follow me on all my social media accounts, and I'll see you next time. Bye.